What's up, ChopNation? Welcome back. It's game week. It is New Mexico State week, and fall's here. The breeze is in the air. Football is back. It's back and better than ever. We got some big news around the whole college football world actually this week, and we'll be getting into that, and we'll also talk about our record predictions and what we expect for this upcoming season. And with Mike Norvell's job on the line, we're going to tell you what we believe will happen, and we'll get down to that. Week one, Eric, we have or week zero, actually. Let me rephrase that. This coming up week, we got New Mexico State at home. I think we know the answer to this one for both of us, but I just want to hear it from
Do
you
we though?
first. Huh?
I said, do we though? You never know.
I
Um,
mean, you never know. We have lost to Jackson State with the same coach. So.
I believe we win this game convincingly. It'll be like the Kent State game of last year where we just beat them like 77-10 or whatever. I think we win this game. I think 52-14.
Okay, I like that. Um, I do think we're gonna get this win. Uh, but the more important thing for me that I'm interested to see going into this game, not only how we look, but who's running out there when Ashton Daniel comes off the field when we're up 40. I
Hmm.
think Malachi Marshall steps on the field, and I'm excited to see what he does. I've heard he's gained actually like 18 pounds
Yeah.
since joining the team, and obviously he's one of those guys that needs that weight because he's real slim and prone to injury. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think we get a blowout win. I hope we get a blowout win. We should. And going into that SMU game, which is a 2.5 point spread right now, SMU, that's going to be a good game on Labor Day. I'm excited for that one. Speaking of that one, let's get into that one. What do you think happens week one versus SMU in Doak?
My head tells me we lose this game, but I'm gonna say we beat SMU by field goal. I feel like our defense will our defense is much better than was last year. I feel like our offense is also much better. Um, I believe Kevin Jennings is a great quarterback, but it's also in Doak, and whether you agree or not, Doak is one of the hardest stadiums to play in every single year. So give me SMU and Florida State in that game by
Yeah,
3.
I 100% agree. I'm also taking Florida State in that game. I do think it's going to be one of those really close games. It's going to be a nail biter. I believe we pull it out in the end though. We got a big game. It's one of those. We got a big game coming up that next. Well, we get a bye week and then we got the next game that against
Yeah,
Bama. And I think it's one of those must wins games coming into
yeah.
that Bama game. I think we got to get that win because if not, we could easily start this season 1-2. And for Mike's sake, that does not need to happen.
Yeah,
Uh,
Norvell's really got to coach his butt off,
yeah, he's
especially
got
especially to start the season because it's not an easy stretch of games.
to he's got to have these guys ready. They got to be playing for him because, like you said, I mean, his job is on the line, and they got to play like it for him. And yeah, I do think we come out with a win. I've been talking about it all offseason. I do think we get this win against SMU. Um, it's a big one. If we don't, I could really see us going downhill. I've been saying I think this is our biggest game of the year. That's me
Hmm.
personally. I think SMU's biggest game on the schedule because after that, we go and play Bama, and it could go downhill from there. You
Yeah,
know, the past 2 years, it's what it seems it's been like. We can't really haven't been able to handle losses too well and come back from them and get a win, and certainly hadn't got a road game in a long time. And I don't know if Bama's going to be our first one, but maybe we'll pull one out. But yeah, I think we get a close win. I say we win by a touchdown, giving us a
hmm,
touchdown win,
I
win
like
by
that.
7. But yeah, going into we got a bye week coming off of the SMU game, and then we
We lose
have
the bye week.
Alabama at 2:30 in Bryant Denny Stadium.
Mm.
What do you think? What is the outcome of that game?
Last year, I was saying Florida State's gonna win. Florida State's gonna win. Florida State's gonna win. And Tommy, he scared me. He said some very questionable words at the moment. You thought it was questionable, and then he went there and backed it up. But that was also a week 1 game. This is what, week 3?
Yep.
I don't see us pulling it off like we did last year. Um, give me Alabama by 2 touchdowns.
Okay, I like that. I also have us losing this game. I can't see us winning, getting another one, especially in Alabama, week 3. We're going to
Hmm.
be tested though. I will say that Bama's not going to be tested coming into that game. They have Kentucky's their hard. They play a nobody and then they play Kentucky, which is also a nobody. Really, they're not great. Um, so they got Kentucky and a nobody coming into that game. So we will be the more tested team at that time of the season. But I think that will be our only really advantage that I know of, unless we come out those first 2 weeks and put on really good performances that change my mind. But
Hmm.
right now, I think, like you said, I think we could lose. I'm saying we lose by like 17.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
can
lose
see
like
that.
17-21.
Yep.
But I think we're gonna have it close there for a little bit. I think we're gonna have a dogfight in the first half, and I think they're just gonna pull away there late. In the second
Hmm.
half, I think they're coming for revenge. Really, I mean that's the main
Yeah.
thing is they lost to us last year. It's gonna be hard to beat a team twice, especially like Bama. I mean it's not old Bama, but it's still a talented team and a talented roster.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
they do have, like we'll talk about later, they're starting QB freshman Keelan Russell coming in. So I don't know how he's going to be playing on 2 games against two nobodies. But if our
That's
defense can
another.
show up, I think we can give him troubles like we did Ty Simpson last year.
I agree. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, you look at it and you're like, well, they do have a what is it? Redshirt freshman, I think. Redshirt freshman or sophomore quarterback.
Mhm.
It I will say it does favor us, but he will have that experience. He does have some experience too last year towards the end of the season, so
Yeah,
he might be ready. And I've seen his practice clips; he looks good. So
yeah, he can spin it for sure, and he's a highly
for sure.
talented quarterback. I think he's a redshirt freshman. Well, they don't have redshirt. I don't know how that works actually. Either
You got a
sophomore
point.
or redshirt freshman, one of the two. I don't know. But then coming off that Bama game, so right now we're having us sitting. We both have us sitting at 2-1. So
Yeah,
coming off the Bama game, we play Central Arkansas. I mean,
we can just go wrap it up. That's going to be
yeah,
like
we're
77-10.
yeah, that's gonna be a win. Especially if we've beaten SMU, New Mexico State, I wouldn't worry about Central Arkansas. Now, if we lose to New Mexico State, I'd start worrying about that. But then we have Virginia coming off that Central Arkansas game at home. What's your
Yeah.
prediction for this?
Um, like a lot of people, I'm not high on Bo Pribula, or how you say his last name.
Mhm.
Pribula, I believe. You know, he started off at um Penn State. He was a backup. Then he went to Missouri. Didn't play great there, and now he's at Virginia. I don't think he's going to be as good as what was that kid's name that was at Virginia last year? I don't remember his name, but
Which one?
he was
You're talking about the
for
quarterback,
Virginia. Yeah, quarterback for
Chandler
Virginia.
Morris?
Chandler Morris, yes. I don't think he's going to be able to run the offense like Chandler Morris was. So I'm going to give us the benefit of the doubt and say we beat Virginia, which
Okay.
would improve us to what, 4-2 or 4-1?
4-1. Okay. I'm also going to take Virginia too. I believe coming off of last year's loss to them, I believe we're going to get this one. I just can't see us losing to Virginia
Yep.
again back to back years, and it's at home. It's just really both two ways in our favor. We're coming off a loss from them, and it's at home. So,
Yeah.
devastating loss at that last year, a barn burner. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think we come in and get the win. The only thing I'll say is I want to see how much our defense has improved. I think our offense is going to be fine. I've talked down about Ashton Daniels a lot this offseason, but the more I look at it, we got some skill guys there, and that'll make up for Ashton Daniels' struggles that he may have with his accuracy. And I think really it's going to be on our defense. If our defense has improved, I could see us being a really good team. If they haven't, though, it's going to be one of those things that, you kind of seen last year a little bit. I mean, I think, our defense couldn't do nothing against them last year with Chandler Morris. I hope our defense has stepped up, made a major leap this year. We got some guys in there. I really like
Yeah.
Chris Jones. He might be my favorite one coming in on that defense. I'm excited to see him play.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I think we get the win. I think we get it by. I'd say we get a 10-point win at home against Virginia.
I like that.
And then we
Yeah.
come off that Virginia game, and this one right here is one that doesn't. I mean, it really sticks out to the eye. It's not an easy one to say. Florida State and Louisville at Louisville on Friday night, the week before we play Miami. I'm just gonna throw that out there. What is your picks for that one?
Yeah, that's it's not looking great for us. They're just a better coach team. You can argue that they're a more talented team. Jeff Brom, probably the second best coach in the ACC right now. Um, I think Louisville, and it's a home game for Louisville too. I think they beat us. Um, I don't. I hate to say it too, but I just don't think Norvell's going to have us prepared. I mean, you see him every year since 2023, which is not prepared.
Yep. I don't just all the factors leading into it. Oh, a Friday night game, ACC game at that against Louisville, a very talented team who was I want to say I saw the other day. I think it was the number one class they brought in the portal. Brought
Probably
in
so.
the number one class in the portal. They got running. They got Isaac Brown running back stud. It just worries me. They're talented, and with the Friday night game and like you also bring up Norvell having these guys ready for a Friday night game when you got the daunting rivals coming in next weekend in Miami. It's a major trap game. I hope he can have these guys ready, but like we've seen in the past, I think we're gonna drop this one. It's a 6 o'clock night game too. I think we dropped this one. I think it will be close, but I think they'll get a touchdown late and they'll win by 14.
One thing I will say that favors us in a lot of these games that we have this year is a lot of these teams we play have brand new quarterbacks. Um, and so does Louisville. They brought in Luke Keno's from, I think they brought him in this year. Or he might have played last year, but he um, he didn't play in 2024, and he had 14 attempts or 14 2025. So that could be a thing where these fresh quarterbacks aren't playing the best that you think they would. So that could work in our favor. But then again, we also have a brand new quarterback too. So um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
100%.
like I said, I still think they beat us, but it could be closer than what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have Miami the next week. Um,
Uh, Miami fans think this is going to be a slaughter. I disagree. Um, they're they're bringing in a brand new O line, brand new D line, brand new quarterback, but that quarterback is proven. Um, and their receiving core is pretty good too. But I think this would be a much closer game than what fans are thinking. I think Miami beats us by 7.
Really? I
Yeah,
think I think we lose this game. Miami's just talented, dude.
yeah,
They just got some dogs. I mean, as I hate to say it, but I think we lose by like 21.
yeah. I don't think
I got no faith. It's not at home. We don't have the home crowd behind us. Obviously,
that you.
Miami ain't got much
Well,
of a home crowd
Miami,
either, but
Miami doesn't get a home crowd, but
we ain't got much of a home crowd either. But that talent, I just don't know. And at that point of the season, it could go either way. And if we've lost a few, like maybe one or two more games than we've predicted so far, I feel like we're gonna get murdered.
that's true. If we lose to SMU, we lose to Bama, we lose to Virginia, then yeah, this is probably a beatdown. But at this point in the season, I think it's a lot closer than what we think it would be.
Okay. So what right now you're sitting at? You count it up.
I think we're both sitting at 4-3.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So coming off Miami, we have a bye week, and then we go play Clemson at home.
Mm.
What is your prediction for this one? It's right now they already have a spread on. It's 1.5 by Clemson. 1.5 favor Clemson.
I think we win this game, and that might be the hot take. But this will be a game. Norvell is fighting for his job
Mhm.
because if he loses this game, I truly believe if it's not this game, it's the next game. This is going to be one of the most important games of the season. If Norvell is 4-3, if he's got a worse record than 4-3 going into this game, he's probably already gone. But if he can win these games that he should win, and we are 4-3 like we should be, this will be the game that decides if he stays or not. And with it being a game in Tallahassee, October 31st, Halloween, this should be a win. This should be a win. They got a brand new quarterback this year too. Um, I feel like Dabo's on the edge of he hasn't done anything good recently. Um, I think Norvell gets it done.
Okay.
I think we
You
win
know,
by 10.
thank I. It's gonna be on Halloween. I think this one's a hard game for me because when I look at Clemson and I look at their QB situation, I'm not too high on it.
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure what's going to be from there. I'm not sure what they got at quarterback. When I look at that, I don't know how good they're really going to be. Personally, like realistically, I really don't know how good Clemson's going to be. But coming off a Miami loss and coming off a Louisville loss, I think we're losing to Clemson by 7.
Mm.
I got us
Like I
losing to
said, this
Clemson.
this could go
And
either way,
hmm
but I truly believe Norvell is going to be fighting for his job in this game. So I
yeah.
think he will get the win.
All right. And like I said, if they lose that game, I do 100% believe
Yeah,
Norvell's not
100%.
going to
He's
be
gone.
there. He's
He's
going to
not.
be
He's
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
he's already gone because he's like 1-2 going into the
Yeah. Yeah. Unless we lost to SMU, Bama, Virginia, Louisville, all those,
yeah
then he'll be gone.
yeah.
But yeah, and then we come in after that week. We play Boston College at Boston College. What's your predictions for this one?
Boston College is trash. Boston College, I think their roster has gotten worse since Brian or Bill O'Brien has been there. Um, don't know why you would hire that guy. I truly do not like Bill O'Brien as a head coach. I think he's the worst coach in college football right now. Um, but yeah, Boston College is probably not going to win a single game this year unless they have some favorable, like low tier matchups. So give me Florida State, I think, by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
I
even
think
even
was it?
in even in Boston, yeah, give me
I
Florida
think
State.
I think Tommy C would agree with you on the Bill O'Brien point there. I think he would agree heavy with that part on him being the worst coach. But yeah, I think we get this win. The only thing that I'm trying to factor in right now is if Mike Norvell's gone, what does it look like?
That's true.
If
That,
Mike's
that's
gone,
that's a good point.
if
That's a
Mike's
good
gone
point.
after like if it's how I predicted right there, and if Mike's gone after that Clemson game, how is the team? What is the team looking like?
Hmm.
I mean, is it dead? Is it a team that's quit?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think Boston College is good at all. Like I don't see them
Mm.
being good at all.
I don't
But
know because
it's
even if
also an
Mike
away
Norvell's
game, and
gone,
we
talented to lose to them.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't
But
see it.
I feel like we've seen that in the past where we've been talented and we've still found a way to look like Stanford last year. No way we should have
That
lost the game.
well, Mike Norvell's the coach, so
Yeah, week one without Norvell, maybe we put Bill to Boston College.
yeah.
But I am going to say we win just because even without Mike, I do think we get the win. I don't know how it looks, but I don't see us losing to Boston College there. They're not going to be very great this year from what I've looked at, and I've not heard anything Good news coming from Boston College. That's all I'll say. All right. Then we'll have, after that week, we'll have Pitt coming in that weekend at Pitt. Actually, we'll go
Oh,
to
that's a
Pitt.
loss.
Yeah. That one does scare me. They still got Mason Huncho, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we lost to
Yeah.
him last year at home.
Lost to them last year at home. Yeah. Yeah. I got us
Which
losing that game. Sure.
Gus Malzahn masterclass on why we lost that game. By the way.
That was atrocious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Go ahead and get the next one.
Yeah.
Pitt wins that game.
And then we got then we got NC State, CJ Bailey next week at home.
Well, this is the game before the Florida game.
Yeah.
I think we lose this game because CJ Bailey's a dog. Um, and at this point, this is where I think Norvell gets fired because at this point he would be 6-5, I believe. They can either let him finish out and finish the Florida game and then fire him, which I think would be the best case scenario because you don't want to go into that Florida game, especially at home, without a coach, without a head coach. And I think that Florida game is very winnable, even if we are 5-6 or 6-5 or whatever at this point. Um, but I think we lose this game. I don't know if I want to say Norvell's going to be fired, but just because the Florida game's next, I'll say that. So I would say we keep Norvell until the Florida game, and then we would probably fire him after that one.
So right now I have us sitting at 5-5 coming into this NC State game. I
Yeah,
got us losing to NC State by like
yeah,
10.
I agree.
I got us losing to
I
NC
don't.
State. CJ Bailey, he's a dog. I don't know how. I mean, this team. I mean, there's no telling where this team's at right now. 5-5.
Yeah.
I don't think this team's together. Yeah, I got NC State by 10,
Mhm.
14, 17, around that range. Then we have Florida at home in Duke. What are your thoughts on Florida? I mean, I can go. You want me to go ahead and give mine, and then I'll let you finish yours last.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now I have us at 5-6. We're coming in against Florida, rivalry game in Dope. I honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of John Summerall, John Summerall, and it is year one, but I do
Mhm.
think he is a good coach. I think year one he's going to have an all right year. Um, I think that team's going to be playing for him though, and we're going to be a team that's not playing for a coach anymore. And I
Yep.
think
I agree.
at the end of the day, they have, and they're talented. I mean, Eric Singleton coming in. I mean, they got some guys over there. They got Tramel Jones. They got some guys, and I think, I think they'll get the win. I think it's going to be close. I mean, it's Florida FSU. I think it's going to be decently close. I don't think it's going to be like last year's 20 blowout or whatever it was. I don't think it's going to be that. I think we'll lose by like 10
Mm.
to 17. That's fine. I think we lose by like 10 because at that point we're 5-6 and we're not playing for a coach and they're playing for year one coach. So
Mm.
I think they'll get the win by like 10 and we'll finish the season 5-7 and Mike will be fired by probably that big game.
Yeah, I can see that. I think I think we lose the game too, and it pains me to say that. That's three in a row to Florida, and Florida's been trash since 2021. um, but I just think, like you said, they're playing for a coach that's under year one. Norvell's definitely gone. Um, I I'm gonna go back on what I said. I think Norvell's fired probably after that Pitt game, even if he. I mean, that's just like these games. There's games as Florida State you shouldn't lose, and Norvell has found a way to lose them surprisingly. Don't know how. And these last three games are games that you shouldn't lose. You shouldn't lose to a bad Florida. You shouldn't lose to a bad NC State, and you shouldn't lose to Pitt ever. You should never lose to Pitt. And Norvell has found a way to surprisingly do that. With that being said, I think we go 6-6, and Norvell. Sorry, dude.
So
It was
you
fun.
heard
It
it
was
here.
fun.
Yep.
2023.
Had a good few year stretch there. Had a good run.
I
But
love
yeah, I think
2023,
yeah,
but
I think
it's
yeah,
about time.
5-7 and 6-6 for the two predictions here at Chop Nation. Not very can't be very optimistic, especially when you know who's still at the helm. But yeah, hopefully we can have a better season. But like I said, I mean, this is Mike's on the hot seat. We have seen team previously play hard for him when he's on the hot seat. We've seen it before. Don't know if it'll happen again, but yeah, I think 5-7, and then Eric at 6-6. I like both those takes. As always, keep chopping, baby. Until next, go Noles.
Let me show you how to move.